chosen north. Lapland in Finland's Arctic Circle hosts round 2 of this year's World Rally Championship. Takamoto Katsuta remembered the first taste he got of the Arctic in this event 3 years ago. The Japanese driver put the experience to good use, setting the fastest time in the middle of the session. Breen also wasted little time in displaying his ability in sub-zero temperatures. Trust and nerve are required at these high speeds. In his first appearance in September, he had plenty of it. Ott Tänak left Monte Carlo, our first round, empty-handed. He needs points here more than his rivals. On his third attempt at the test stage, he swept all before him and went fastest. Visibility was extremely challenging for the practice runs on shakedown. Later, they'll all have to tackle roads like these in the dark. Kalle Rovanperä is the hot favourite for the coldest round of this year's championship. He won this event last year, before its WRC appearance. Championship leader Ogier was the first to take the 5.5 kilometre stage, but opening the event meant he was little more than a snowplough for the morning. A taste of what's to come later today. Timo Sunonen is Finland's other hope for the victory this weekend. The champagne's on ice, much like everything else. Katsuta topping the shakedown times just until Ott Tänak had warmed up. With driving conditions changing, lots of movement among the leading places.
The longest stage of the rally run twice today, and it's fast and flowing. Sebastian Ogier into the snow and ice and, as expected, struggled first car in, clearing the soft line of snow on the surface of the road for the cars coming behind. He was pushing though, the Frenchman leaning on the snowbank on the way out of this right-hander. He only managed 9th fastest though, 22.7 seconds off the pace. Elfyn Evans came next, and the Welshman, despite finding a rhythm towards the end of the stage, only managed 6 seconds faster than Ogier to go 5th. Stunning conditions in the snow and ice. Thierry Neuville in the first of the Hyundais, absolutely flat out in 6th and bouncing off the limiter. He found himself at the top of the timesheets, but with the road condition improving with every car that passed through, he wasn't there for long. Eventually, 4th fastest and 12.4 down. All eyes on Kalle Rovanperä this weekend, and the early split times showed he was on course to dominate. That was until he lost around 10 seconds in this snowbank. A spectacular second half of the stage saw him claw back some of the time lost, eventually recovering to 3rd. 7 seconds quicker than Rovanperä came Breen. Not a bad job considering he hasn't driven in the WRC since September 2020 when he stood on the podium in Estonia. But the Irishman not at all happy with his rhythm in the stage. Instead, the opening stage win went to Ott Tänak, taking full advantage of the road conditions. He finished 3.6 up on Breen and led the cruise into stage 2. Into the night, and it was damage limitation once again for world champion Sebastian Ogier. Massively sideways through much of the stage, desperately trying to find some grip. First car on the road, once again hampering his progress, ending the day 49.8 seconds off the lead and down in 9th overall. Toyota teammate and hotshot Kalle Rovanperä impressive in the dark, 2nd fastest through in his Yaris. The young Finn still has his sights set firmly on his first career WRC victory on home turf this weekend. But the pace setter once again, Ott Tänak. The Estonian untouchable on both runs through Saarijärvi today to lead the rally overall ahead of Breen in 2nd and Kalle Rovanperä 3rd going into tomorrow's stages.
Osa 6 kinni ja parem 5 pikka. Lahteen 40 nuppi ja lühike parem stopp. Osa 6 70 meetrit lähed 4 miinus. Nupiga kinni. Lähed 4 miinus. Nupiga kinni. 30 nupp, parem 4 täitsa kinni. Isas kohe teravasak 4 närros, parem flat stopp ja trapli paremat ja hoia osak 2. Nupiga maha. 20 osak flat nupp, 30 lühike osak läheb 3.
Day 2 of Arctic Rally Finland, and it's brighter, colder and faster. Ott Tänak led after bagging the opening stage of the day, continuing his clean sweep of the stage wins. But in the trees on stage 4, he slides into a snowbank, and when correcting things, does it again. For a second or two, he's blinded. The windscreen wipers seem to take their time. Stage 4 is a good one for Kalle Rovanperä. Like Tänak, he relies on the snow to slow his car, but he still has enough to beat Breen and take the Irishman's second place. Manoeuvring these cars through the tree-lined parts of these stages needs good timing and balance. Thierry Neuville is in 4th place. Stage 4 was won by Elfyn Evans. Once he got out of the trees, he could punish Ott for his mistake with a real turn of speed. Also on the move, Oliver Solberg. At these speeds, this could be the fastest the teenage Swede has ever driven a rally car. Solberg is up to 7th place. On the leaderboard, Kalle Rovanperä has got between the two Hyundais. Evans is in 5th, Ogier is in 8th place. The sun was going, the lights were on the cars for the closing stages, Day 2 of Arctic Rally Finland. And just to show how easily things can go wrong, Ogier buried his Yaris one corner short of the end of the final stage. A momentary slip in concentration. And there were no spectators to help him out, which took time on his own, but the champion did finish the day. Ott Tänak won the first stage of the afternoon to build a healthy 25 seconds lead. Then his priority changed. He would sacrifice pace for stability and look after his studded tyres. The plan cost him a second and no more. Kalle Rovanperä tried to rein the Estonian in on the super-fast middle stage of today's loop. He took the stage win, but scarcely frightened Ott. Thierry Neuville tracked Tänak in stage 6 with a time that got him into the podium places. Hyundai 1st and 3rd at that point. He won the final stage and now has a bit of daylight between him and the rest of the field. Where technique rather than out-and-out speed came into play, Teemu Suninen did well. He is M Sport's leading runner. With 2 stages only in Sunday's schedule, Teemu is in 8th place. Behind the leading 3 on the leaderboard are Breen and Elfyn Evans. The final day in Lapland, round 2 of the WRC season. It's like tobogganing, only much, much faster. Ott Tänak's lead at the Arctic Rally Finland is not under threat. There's no need for him to push. He's been in command since Friday night and is looking good for his first points of the season. But battles rage behind the Estonian on the leaderboard. The closest is over 2nd place. It's held by Toyota's young Kalle Rovanperä, who beats Thierry Neuville by 1/10 of a second to keep his place. Neuville has to satisfy himself with 3rd place for the time being, just beaten by the Flying Finn in stage 9. But Neuville has had a good look at this stage now, and it'll be repeated for the power stage later when he can mount another attack. Elfyn Evans closed in on Breen in stage 9 and can now see the chance to take Breen's 4th place on the final stage. But Elfyn also has to think of the team situation and may play a safe, tidy game to the finish. The highest placed M Sport Fiesta is Teemu Suninen. The power stage could see him make an attempt on the bonus points that will be up for grabs. And the leaderboard confirms it. Behind Tänak, lots of places are still to be set.